and welcome to today's Bible reading. My name is Mahari Foster and I am excited to bring you 2 Samuel chapter 23, and this is the second to last chapter in Samuel. As this is the second to last chapter in Samuel, we're also seeing a conclusion to David's story. David is sharing his last words in 2 Samuel chapter 23. Now these are the last words of David. Thus says David, the son of Jesse. Let's pause there. He doesn't say, thus says King David. He's starting from his birth, where he came from. Thus says David, the son of Jesse. Thus says the man raised up on high, the anointed of the God of Jacob, and the sweet psalmist of Israel. The Spirit of the Lord spoke by me, and his word was on my tongue. The God of Israel said, the Rock of Israel spoke to me. He who rules over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God. And he shall be like the light of the morning when the sun rises. A morning without clouds. Have you seen a morning without clouds? Beautiful. Like the tender grass springing out of the earth, by clear shining after rain. Although my house is not so with God, yet he has made with me an everlasting covenant, ordered in all things and secure. For this is all my salvation and all my desire. Will he not make it increase? But the sons of rebellion shall all be as thorns thrust away, because they cannot be taken with hands. But the man who touches them must be armed with iron and the shaft of a spear, and they shall be utterly burned with fire in their place. Now here comes the tongue twisters. Verse 8. These are the names of the mighty men whom David had: Josheb-Bathshebeth, the Tachmonite, chief among the captains. He was called Adinah the Eznite, because he had killed 800 men at one time. That's impressive. And after him was Eleazar, the son of Dodo, the Ahohite, one of the 3 mighty men with David when they defied the Philistines who were gathered there for battle, and the men of Israel had retreated. He arose and attacked the Philistines until his hand was weary and his hand stuck to the sword. The Lord brought about a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to plunder. And after him was Shammah, the son of Agi, the Hararite. The Philistines had gathered together into a troop where there was a piece of ground full of lentils. So the people fled from the Philistines. But he stationed himself in the middle of the field, defended it, and killed the Philistines. So the Lord brought about a great victory. Then 3 of the 30 chief men went down at harvest time, and came to David at the cave of Adullam. And the troop of Philistines encamped in the valley of Rephaim. David was then in the strongholds, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David said with longing, "Oh, that someone would give me a drink of the water from the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate." So the 3 mighty men broke through the camp of the Philistines, drew water from the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink it, but poured it out to the Lord. And he said, "Far be it from me, O Lord, that I should do this. Is this not the blood of the men who went in jeopardy of their lives?" Therefore he would not drink it. So we're seeing 3 mighty men who are valiant and are willing to fight, not only for the honor of Israel, but to get their king a glass of water. Wow. These things were done by the three mighty men. Now Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief of another three. He lifted his spear against 300 men, killed them, and won a name among these three. Was he not the most honored of three? Therefore he became their captain. However, he did not attain to the first three. Benaiah was the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man from Kabzeel, who had done many deeds. He had killed 2 lion-like heroes of Moab. He also had gone down and killed a lion in the midst of a pit on a snowy day. And he killed an Egyptian, a spectacular man. The Egyptian had a spear in his hand, so he went down to him with a staff, wrestled the spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and killed him with his own spear. These things Benaiah the son of Jehoiada did, and won a name among 3 mighty men. He was more honored than the 30, but he did not attain to the first 3. And David appointed him over his guard. Asahel, the brother of Joab, was one of the 30. Elhanan, the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shammah the Haradite, Elika the Haradite, Helez the Paltite, Ira the son of Ikesh the Tekoite, Abiezer the Anathothite, Mebunai the Hushathite, Zalmon the Ahoite, Maharai the Netophathite, Heleb the son of Baana the Netophathite, Ittai the son of Ribai from Gibeah of the children of Benjamin, Benai a Pirathonite, Hiddai from the brooks of Gash, Abi Albon the Arbathite, Asmaveth the Barhumite, Eliaba the Shalbanite of the sons of Jashen, Jonathan, Shammah the Hararite, Ahiam the son of Sharar the Hararite, Eliphelet the son of Ahasbai the son of the Maachathite, Eliam the son of Ahithophel the Gilonite, Hezrai the Carmelite, Perai the Arbite, Igal the son of Nathan of Zobah, Bani the Gadite, Zelek the Ammonite, Naharai the Beerothite, armor-bearer of Joab the son of Zeruiah, Ira the Ithrite, Gareb the Ithrite, and Uriah the Hittite, 37 in all. Whew. Those were a lot of names, and very complicated, I would say. Verse 3 of 2 Samuel chapter 23 stood out to me the most. It said, "The God of Israel said, the rock of Israel spoke to me. He who rules over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God. And he shall be like the light of the morning when the sun rises, a morning without clouds, like the tender grass springing out of the earth, like clear shining after rain." I read verse 4. I have to read verse 5 though. It says, "Although my house is not so with God, yet he has made with me an everlasting covenant, ordered in all things and secure." So basically what is being said here is, although my house has not been altogether faithful, although I have done many things that are wrong, although I have not always been steadfast, although my house is not so with God, he has still ordered in all things and made me secure. We find here that David is showing restoration even in the process of his sinfulness. We see where God is still being faithful to him. He's saying, although I didn't always rule in the fear of God, although God said to me I'm supposed to be a rock, I'm supposed to be upright, just, I wasn't always like this. My house wasn't always like this. but still God chose to establish me. We are seeing that God is faithful. He has been faithful straight throughout the book of Samuel. We're seeing in 1 Samuel, the Hannah, how God was faithful to her, made her conceive, have a child. Through Eli's unfaithfulness, God was faithful with him so long. With his sons, God was faithful so long. We find God's faithfulness straight through the book of 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel. And now we're at the end of David's life. And David is saying, even though I'm not faithful, God is still faithful to me. And I'll also point out, we're seeing where David also takes the time to notice and to thank the persons who were with him throughout his journey. The military men, the persons that were standing by him, strong, valiant, and powerful, who were fighting alongside him the battles of the Lord. In the same way, we must take the time to recognize the persons along our journey who have stood with us and fought by our side. Thank you so much for reading 2 Samuel chapter 23 with me. I am Mahari Foster, and I look forward to seeing you again next time.